Guys, I wanted to do a little bit different kind of video this time. This one is going to be more of an informative video. I've noticed as I've watched toy collectors on different YouTube channels that a lot of people don't understand why they buy doubles of the same thing, like two of the same doll, or why they want to keep a doll in the box, or why they want one doll to keep in the box and one to open. It seems very common that a lot of people don't understand that. So, as a toy collector, I'm more of a casual toy collector now. I used to be an extreme toy collector, but I kind of had my heart broken. My husband and I used to be extreme collectors. We would buy toys. They would have to be perfect. They would have to be mint. They would not leave their boxes at all. We took really good care of them. We had a huge Star Wars collection, Simpsons. I mean, just any kind of action figure toy you could think of that we liked, we had, and we kept in boxes. And we would even, see, we were interested in the value of them. A doll mint in the box is much more valuable than a doll that you've opened, especially to other collectors. So we even had, like, we found a Lisa Simpson little action figure back years ago. She was only $5, but she was the rare one in the set. So we looked on eBay, and she was selling for like $100. So we listed her on eBay. We had her, she was in mint condition. She was perfect, and we resold her for $100, and it was an action figure we paid $5 for. Well, when we had to move, and we didn't have room for all of our toys, so we stuck them in storage. And South Georgia heat is a bad thing with plastic and dolls and stuff in storage. So all of our toys became warped and damaged in their packaging, which made them, they completely lost their value then. So, the ones, it broke our hearts. We stopped collecting for the longest time. And even now, my husband still really won't collect, but I am getting back into collecting again. But he's still heartbroken because he had a ton of Star Wars figures, some really rare ones, and they just all got ruined. And, we had to open them up. So, that leads me into why people buy two dolls. They will buy, real hardcore extreme collectors will buy one to keep in the box, mint. It has to be a good looking box. It can't have any damage, like, see how this box is damaged and has, the reduced stickers on it? This would not make her mint in box. This one would be more mint in box because, it has no stickers. I've taken very good care of it. I have not opened it or anything like that. And this one, as you can see, I did open, and I have an opening video of her. So what they do is, a lot of extreme collectors will either keep their dolls in the box, one, because that keeps the value of the doll, two, because it keeps dust and debris and all this stuff off of your doll, and it looks so pretty and nice in a nice mint box. So a lot of them will keep it for resale value and collector's value. Let's say later on, like a couple of years down the road, Monster High is still really, really big, and the hybrid dolls are long gone. You can't find the Freaky Fusion anymore, and let's say a collector is looking for one, and you have one mint in the box, perfect condition. You could get, hundreds of dollars for that doll. But if you had, like this one, she's now opened, a collector, a hardcore collector, is not going to pay a premium price for an open doll that is not mint in the box. especially since being out of the box, you would get more wear and tear. So opening them loses their value. So that's why a lot of collectors will keep one in the box and have one to open. In Japan, some really hardcore otaku collectors will actually buy 3 of everything they purchase. They'll buy one to put in a sealed container of some sort. Usually they have little plastic protectors that they will store away. They have one that they will display in the package on a shelf or a wall, and then they'll have one that they'll open to, if it's a manga, to read or to play with. So they're like extreme collectors. But the problem you run into later on, and that people don't understand, is that if there are not collectors interested in buying it, it doesn't matter how much a book says it's worth. If there's not a collector who wants it or who's interested in it, then it is completely worthless. For example, I have the very first issue of Powerpuff Girls comic. I got it when it first came out, first edition, original content, everything, the very first issue. I did a little research for this video trying to find out some kind of value for it. So the only thing I could find was on one website. It said a near mint comic of #1 of Powerpuff Girls was worth like $700 or something like that. But the problem with that is that people do not collect comic books anymore. There's a very small group of people that collect them. So, saving and hanging on to something to resell later could come crashing down on you if it's not something that's collected anymore. It's only as valuable as the collector is willing to pay for it. And you have to remember that with toy collecting and dolls and things like that. If you don't have a market for it, like comics are not big right now, people don't really collect them anymore, it's not a huge thing, so, that same Powerpuff Girl comic is selling for like $5 on eBay, because just nobody collects them anymore. And I saw a video on YouTube, you can probably look it up, of a man who collected vinyl records. His collection was valued at $12 million or something like that, and he was trying to sell it just for like $1 million, and he could not sell it because nobody collects vinyl records anymore. So that's one thing you have to remember. And now that I've started recollecting toys or collecting toys again, I do it simply now for pleasure. I do not do it for resale value later or anything like that. I just do it for my enjoyment alone. I still have a hard time taking dolls out of the box, but that's mainly because I just appreciate the work that goes into their boxes. I mean, look at this. It's so amazing how they've done this artwork in the back. They've done this coffin shape. They have Abby and Heath perfectly positioned. And just this beautiful background. And the box is just so nice and has nice art. And now like this one, I got her for half price. She was $5. And she did kind of complete my Scare City of Frights economy set. I'm just missing Deuce now, which he probably will be impossible to find. So I'm not gonna mind. It's not gonna bother me too much opening her up because her box is a mess. But see, that's another thing. Like Monster High is really popular right now. So like I'm a collector. If I really wanted to complete this collection of the economy dolls, and you had a Deuce mint in the box, and you offered to sell it to me for $50 or something like that, then that's gonna be value. But once Monster High dies out and isn't popular anymore, and people stop caring about it and collecting it, then nobody's gonna care. It's only as valuable as what a collector will pay for it. So that also moves me into mangas. Now, a lot of people collect English manga. If you were to think that your collection is valuable when it's in English, it's not really that valuable because the original format of manga is Japanese, or if it's Korean manga, the original format's Korean. So if you have a bunch of English manga that the original format was in Japanese, it's not going to be as valuable unless you find a collector that speaks English and wants your collection and is willing to pay for it. So things in their original condition are going to be more valuable, just like Superman comic #1. It's extremely rare, extremely valuable. If it was in a different language, like it was Superman #1 but in Spanish, that's not its original format. So that is going to kill the value of it too. It's got to be in its original condition. Unless you find a collector, again, who collects Spanish comics, then you might could get a little bit out of it, but it's nothing as valuable as the original English Superman comic. So that's the same thing with mangas. So that's just an idea, a little idea into the extreme collectors world and what they're thinking, and why they buy two or why they keep some in the box, especially if it's a rare thing like Julie, the ultra rare Zelf. A lot of people will not open her because they're afraid they won't find another one. But as for me, especially since we had so many toys ruined before, I'm more, just for my pure enjoyment. I don't care about resale value later, because I don't really want to resell them later. I just want to keep them. I want to enjoy them. And that's one reason I'm glad I opened up my Freaky Fusion doll, because I wouldn't have got to see all the great details and work put into her. And I really appreciate her 10 times more than I did when she was just in the box, because she is so amazing. And it really makes me want to open my other dolls, and I may once I get shelf room. I am so limited on shelf room because I collect so much stuff. So I'm sorry this video is kind of long, but I hope it did explain, something to the people that don't quite understand why collectors do what they do. I hope it gives you kind of an idea of what's going on in their minds when they buy 2 or 3 or keep their possessions in the box, or get their comics graded and all this stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope it gave you some good information. I hope it wasn't too boring. And please rate, comment, and subscribe. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye.